All right, for today's flight, I did a mock check ride for my upcoming real check ride. And today I turned off my GPS airplane icon on ForeFlight and just simply used Pilotage and Dead Reckoning. And this is the route that my DPE gave me. So I have to do a nav log for my check ride from Flying Cloud to Fargo. And I mapped that out today on ForeFlight to try it without using the GPS ownship. So these are the waypoints that I mapped out. I stopped this at 27 nautical miles away from the airport because I think in the actual check ride, he's going to have me do a diversion at that point, and we won't actually do the full trip to Fargo. So here are the waypoints on ForeFlight, and I use the satellite view when I'm mapping this out. It's a little bit easier to see what it's going to look like from the airplane, but there's a city, Chanhassen, and then there's an island that I'm going to use for the next waypoint. Then there's a football field, and then there's a couple more cities that I plugged in. And again, I ended at the like 25 to 30 nautical mile mark, anticipating that the DPE will ask for a diversion at that point. But all of the waypoints are easy, easy to see things. So it's pretty easy to fly this route even without GPS. Here's the actual nav log. So the heading is about 315, the whole trip, pretty much. And then the course is about 313. So I needed to face my airplane slightly to the right because the winds are coming from the north. There's also fuel needed laid out in the nav log, which is really helpful. But let's jump into the flight.
Flying Cloud, proceed direct to the northeast corner, landing direction on New York.
And next is the island up there. The next waypoint is, there's that island. So we're going for that island, I believe. Alright, we just passed it, cool. And we need to be going 315, so we're going 321 right now. We need to turn a little bit to the left. Should be passing that waypoint right about now. Yeah, we just passed it, okay. So the next waypoint, we're going to go 315. Clouds look pretty low up here. We're going to start our descent a little bit, make sure we get below them. Track 321, we need to get to 315. And if you want to know where you're at, you're completely lost, look at the water towers. And the water tower tells you where you're at. So that is in fact downhill, which is what we want to see. Our next waypoint, we need to be heading 315. There's Buffalo Lake. So, going to our next waypoint, we're going to simulate a diversion. And that's exactly what's going to happen in the check ride. Is they're going to say, hey, I've got a tummy ache or something like that, and I need to land. So, when that happens, boom, diversion, let's just say happens, we need to land for whatever reason. As long as it's not an emergency, if it is a medical emergency, for example, we need to get to a hospital or something like that, I'm probably going to go back to Flying Cloud where there's closer access to a hospital and all that. But in the event of somebody needs to go to the bathroom, something like that, not a huge deal. We're going to just pick an airport that's relatively easy. So we passed Buffalo already, we could certainly go back there, but there's two other planes there though, so I'm thinking Maple Lake is going to be a good option for a diversion. And we're going to plug in some information here, so the AWOS is 128.325. So we'll plug that in, get that ready to go. Switch over to that. The CTAF frequency is 122.8, so we're going to plug that in here. And then as far as the weather goes, let's get the weather. Whoops.
Zulu, weather, wind 350 at 7, visibility 102,200, scattered 4,000, scattered, temperature 23 Celsius, dew point 18, altimeter 290, remark, density altitude 2,200.
Okay. Got the weather. We got the weather, we got the CTAF plugged in. We're going to go through the acronym NW craft to make sure we are prepared for landing at this airport that we were not originally planning on. So the N stands for NOTAMs, and looking at this airport, there are no relevant NOTAMs for us. The W stands for weather. We just got the weather. 350 at 7 for the winds. Clouds are, relatively low. We just got to be aware of that. The K is known ATC delays. There's not going to be anything for this airport. It's untowered. The R is runway lengths, and for Maple Lake, the runway length is 2,800 feet. That's going to be just fine for our aircraft. The A is for alternative airports, which we are literally diverting to an alternative airport, so that's good. That's not really relevant in this situation. The F is for fuel requirements. We've got enough fuel to get to Fargo, so we are going to be just fine as far as fuel goes. And then the T is for takeoff and landing distances. And I know in this aircraft, especially with just me in it, the weight's relatively low. I need about 1,000 feet at most to land, and about 1,600, 2,000 feet to take off, and that's assuming there's an obstacle in the way if it was 2,000 feet, which is not going to be the case here. So the next thing we're going to look at here is we're going to determine which runway we're going to actually land at. And with the winds at 350, it's basically directly north. So we're going to have a crosswind to our right. We're going to land at runway 28, so we're going to come in. I'm going to loop back around and then come in left downwind for this runway. I'm also going to plug in the airport into my GPS. Maple Lake traffic, Cessna 5096 Charlie, 5 to the left inbound cloud, left downwind runway 28, Maple Lake. So we're going to start our turn. We need to get to 059er, which is right about here. The altitude is 2,000, so I'm slowly beginning my descent to 2,000. We can also begin our descent checklist. Maple Lake traffic, Cessna 5096 Charlie, left downwind runway 28, Maple Lake. There's the runway. This is a pretty cool airport. Alright, so we're going to put on our first notch. And do our before landing checklist, which is mixture rich.
Traffic, jump is away, depart lakes.
Mixture rich, we got 1 notch of flaps in, fuel pump is on. Before landing checklist complete, make a call here. Maple Lake traffic, Cessna 5096 Charlie, turning left base, runway 28, Maple Lake.
Call approach.
Put our next notch of flaps in. Looking real nice. This is a cool airport, coming right over the lake for final. Love it. Maple Lake traffic, Cessna 5096 Charlie, final, runway 28, Maple Lake. We've got a crosswind coming from our right here, so I'm going to be crabbing pretty hard into the wind here. Add a little power if I need to. I don't think I do though. I'm going to get some rudder here so we can straighten out. We're looking pretty good. Right over the numbers. Nice. Oh. Pretty good landing there with a little crosswind. Maple Lake traffic, Cessna 5096 Charlie, clear runway 28, Maple Lake. Alright, diversion.